I'm going to be sharing with you a collection from one of my favorite designers, Kim Hargreaves. I have her trunk show here. So not all of the garments, but a lot of the garments from this collection I have that I can show you and share with you. So I'm so excited about that. They are just stunning. Absolutely, absolutely stunning. If you have, how many of you are familiar with Kim Hargreaves? You can go ahead and tell me in the comments if you are familiar with Kim Hargreaves. But her stuff is just beautiful. And she's gone to kind of a capsule collection of clothing, which I absolutely love. And the book that we're going to be looking at tonight is Form. So this is what it looks like. This is Form. And it's 12 different patterns. And honestly, every one of them is a hit. Kim's patterns are not available individually on Ravelry. They're only available in the books through local yarn stores and through her website in the UK. So if you are interested in the book, I have a link in the comments where you can order it from me. And I have these in my hot little hands. I ordered a stack of them, and it's a good thing because every single design in this pattern book is a winner. And I think you're going to really, really love them. Hi, Gwen. So let us get started. I am going to share my screen so that you can see the Ravelry page. Hi, Eveline. Okay, so just real quick, this is these are the 12 designs, and you can see that she has this whole capsule wardrobe concept going on. They're all shot very similarly. They are intended to be worn together, to be layered, to work together within your wardrobe and all of the garments that you already own. So let's get started. All right, is that one? Okay, so this one is lovely. And this is called Mode. And I actually have it here, so let me show you this. And this is knitted in 2 strands of Kidsilk Haze held together. I'm going to put you back on me. Let's see if I can do that. Where is my thing? Here we go. Okay, so this is the garment in real life. And you can see it's just this incredible, lovely, light fabric. 2 strands of it together at a gauge of 15 stitches over 4 inches. It makes just an incredibly beautiful fabric. I think Kidsilk Haze, and we've talked about this before, can be a little challenging to knit all by itself, but 2 strands of it are definitely easy to do. And honestly, this thing is like a cloud. It weighs nothing at all. So here it is, and it has this beautiful V cable in the front. And then the sleeves, as you can see here, it doesn't show in the picture so much, are slightly belled, which is a very modern look. So let's go back to here so we can look at it. So can you see this kind of V in the front? And she's done that with this series of eyelets. So the body of it is opened up and shaped with a series of eyelets. So it's so lovely and elegant. Paired here with a straight skirt, I think that would be wonderful. It doesn't take, but I mean, the largest size takes 10 balls. I think the smallest size takes maybe 7 balls. So this is just a beautiful light garment. I love the neckline. I love how that is sort of angled. Wouldn't that be just a nice place to showcase a pretty necklace or something? All right, so let's see if there are any other photographs of it. Yeah, so here you can sort of tell how the sleeve bells a little bit, which is a very modern look. I would probably pair this with a little cami underneath, even though it's not way see-through. I think I would probably be more comfortable with the camisole on. This is what I consider to be Mode's sister garment. This is also worked in Kidsilk Haze. It's a little longer, and this is called Lure. And it is knit with a single strand of Kidsilk Haze. So that's definitely going to be a little more of a challenging knit. It's knit at 25 stitches over 4 inches. It has a drop shoulder, and the shape of it, I don't think you can tell it on the model, but the shape of it is an inverted triangle. So it kind of goes this way. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's narrower at the hip and the waist and comes up. And what that kind of does is it gives it almost a dolman effect on the sleeve. So it's very pretty. It's probably not going to be one that's in my queue, but for those of you who love to knit on fine lace mohair, this is definitely your go-to. Okie dokie. The next one that I like very much is called Ever. And it's very hard to tell. Now, I understand that she did the black because it's just so very elegant, you know. But I think it's hard to tell just how lovely these cables are. I have this garment here, so let me show you. This is Ever. And this, it's on the mannequin. Again, it's very hard to tell in the black how beautiful these cables are. But they're 6-stitch cables in the front and the back. And I wondered about this whole concept of, you know, a short sleeved. This is knitted with Kidsilk Haze and fine lace, which is a lace weight wool. So you have this fuzzy mohair carried with a wool lace weight. And I wondered sort of, is this a summer garment? You know, what's going on with this? And then today, Norma was in the shop and she said, you know, Ellen, this is a beautiful evening kind of very dressy look. And it does, to me, it seems, I think, a little almost that's almost a little retro, you know, kind of a sweater girl 1940s thing. Back in the day, they would wear Angora sweaters. And I think that reminds me of this so much. I think it's lovely. And when you think about it as kind of an evening piece, I think it makes a lot of sense, because you could wear that with the black skirt or black pants, and it would be dressy, but not over the top. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's beautiful. It is, the schematic is straight, so it doesn't have any shaping, but I will tell you that this amount of ribbing is going to pull it in quite a bit. So it's going to have a little bit of negative ease on your body. So if you like something that's going to fit a little closely, this is your go-to. Okay, now this one is called Slide. And if you know me at all, you know that this sweater has my name all over it. I love this so much. I want one in every color. It is beautiful. It's just simple, but I love the cutaway shoulder line. I love the turtleneck. So I love that turtleneck and bare arm look, kind of a halter thing. It's knit in Alpaca Classic, which is a beautiful lightweight fiber at 23 stitches over 4 inches. You can't tell, let's see if there's another picture. You can't really tell very much from, but there's this wonderful side slit, and it has such an interesting treatment that gives you that slip stitch edge that gives it clean. It's not your standard slip stitch. And I'm tempted to make this just to play with that, that edge treatment, because I haven't ever done it before. I have never even seen it before. But I know Kim's work is going to be stunning, so I think it's going to be beautiful. But in true kind of capsule wardrobe fashion, it's meant to be layered. So they're showing it here with Swipe, which is a garment that I also have here. You see, garment is the Swipe is the color block cardigan. So this is Swipe. And let me show you this because I have it. And it's very pretty. This one is Mary's favorite. Oops. Okay. And this is Swipe. So this is a long cardigan with color block, black and white. And this is actually worked. So Slide, the one that I like with the turtleneck and the cutaway, is worked with a single strand of Alpaca Classic. And this is worked with a double strand. So you have the exact same yarn, but it's much thicker and cozier. It's such a pretty yarn. Hi, Bee. Thanks for joining us. Very nice, clean edging here. So there's no ribbing, no garter stitch, nothing going on at the cuff or at the hem. So you get a very clean line here. I think that keeps it very modern. I also think that it can be tricky to layer hand knits. People don't typically like to do it, but there are some techniques that make it kind of easy to do, kind of brainless. And one is you're either going to use the exact same yarn in the exact same color and make it kind of like a twin set, or as they've done here, you're going to have a very different gauge. So you don't want to have two hand knit things that are close in gauge, because it just doesn't work. I mean, you think about patterning in your home. You can mix patterns as long as one is a small scale pattern and one is a large scale pattern, or one is a stripe and one is a print. So I think there's just some kind of general design rules that you want to follow when you're layering hand knits. But I think she does a really nice job in this book. Did I mention that this is Mary's favorite? It has a wonderful deep lapel that goes around the collar. Very, very nice. So soft. And even though this is worked with 2 strands of Alpaca Classic and it's a long garment, it's still extremely light. And I think that would make a nice piece. You can do it in 1 color. You can do it in 2 colors. You don't have to do black and white. You can do whatever you like. You could do pink and gray. That would be really pretty, wouldn't it? So let's look at the other pictures of this one. Not that. This. Okay. Very pretty. Yep. Do you guys like this one? Okay. I like that one. So this is the this is what I call the title garment. It's the book is named Form, and this garment is Form. This is just gorgeous. This is worked in Alpaca Soft DK, which is just a 70% merino, 30% alpaca, incredibly luxurious, beautifully plied yarn. To me, this looks like welcome to either your wardrobe. This is your stay-at-home wardrobe. This is what you want to wear. You get up in the morning and it's cozy, and you got your cup of coffee and your leggings. You just pull this sweater on because you just want to live in it forever and ever. This is worked at a gauge of 22 stitches and 4 inches in stockinette, but it is chock full of cables, just beautiful cables. This would be a really, really fun knit. It's a drop shoulder with a little bit of shoulder shaping, which helps to take the bunchiness out from under your arm, but it does have a very large sleeve, so just super oversized and cozy. I like this. Look how oversized it is. You can tell because the shoulder line comes all the way down to the top of her, almost to her elbow. And that gives it a lot of ease and comfort. And yet the turtleneck is sort of close, which keeps it crisp and trim looking. Isn't that beautiful? This model is lovely too, isn't she? Yeah, this would be a lot of fun to knit. I can see Ginny knitting this maybe. We'll have to see. And the next one is model. And I think of model as Form's sexy little sister. It's a little cropped, a little less fabric there. You're using the same yarn and you're using the same stitch pattern, but it has this beautiful, elegant, and graceful ballet neck and long sleeves. It's, again, still oversized so that it hangs away from the body, but it's not huge. Isn't that pretty? What is she wearing that with? Are those tuxedo pants? I don't know, but I have this garment, so I want to share it with you. Not that. Okay, so this is model. Oh my gosh, this yarn is so soft. And in this smushy kind of cabled garment, it is just beautiful. So you can see that the neck is very wide. I'm kind of a small framed person, but you can see that there's only a couple inches of my shoulder up here, you know, so it definitely is going to hang kind of off. The cables are not real close together, so it's not going to give you that kind of ribbing effect, but they are beautiful cables. I think this is kind of like a horseshoe cable. Unfortunate that you can't see it in the black. I think this would be maybe better in charcoal to the light. Can you see that? Cropped, lovely. Yeah. Probably not the most practical garment, but dang, it's beautiful, so graceful and slim. And can't you also picture it with jeans or some high-waisted jeans? I had on high-waisted white jeans today, and I tried this on, and it was a little cropped for me because I'm long-waisted, but it was really, really cute. It's a beautiful little garment. So that is model. And next one, this. This is so pretty. It's, this shows that it's all in the details. This is knit again in Alpaca Classic at a gauge of 23 stitches to 4 inches. It's just a beautiful, oversized, relaxed garment. This garment has 12 inches of ease in the bust. So it's super, super snuggly. And I know that 12 inches of ease sounds like a ton of ease, but when you think about a garment like this that's going to come down over your hips and over your rear end, you want a garment that's going to have at least some ease over your hip. So it might have more ease than you need in the bust, but that's kind of nice to have that so that it's not pulling. Nobody wants anything that pulls across their fanny. I'm sorry. They just, unless you're knitting it that way, if it's a dress or something. But, a cardigan, I think it looks nice when there's a decent amount of ease all the way around. Isn't that pretty? I have this one on the mannequin here. So my mannequin's name is Chelsea. I'm going to bring her over here so you can see. So it just is a wonderful fit. It has this deep trim, probably 3 inches of a 2x2 ribbing around the neck and the front, dropped shoulder with a little bit of a shaped shoulder. Let me show you what I was talking about with being all in the details. These sleeves are just pretty much almost straight, okay? They're just straight sleeves with a little bit of, again, that same 2x2 rib at the cuff. But this is positively brilliant. It is nothing more than a little garter stitch strip that you put around the cuff. And then when you put it on, it turns these into a poet sleeve, which I think is just so beautiful. It's just in the details. And then you have this, it's tied in a bow. And all of a sudden it takes on this kind of beautiful and romantic feel that I think really, really works. Yeah, that would be really nice with some, with jeans. What else do we wear these days, right? Jeans, or this is long enough that it would be awesome with leggings, I think. Just so, so cute. It's the kind of thing you just want to live in. So let's look over here and see what else there is. Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. You've been knitting a long time with this. It would definitely take you a good bit of time, unless you're a fast knitter, but it is stunning. And that is called Drop. What else did I want to tell you about that? Oh, so it's a long garment. It's 27 to 29 inches long. So the smallest size, which is to fit a 32-inch bust, is 27 inches, and the largest size has a 29-inch length. So if you are petite, then you might want to consider making it a little bit shorter. The next one. Okay, I don't have this one, but this one really surprised me. So I looked at it and I thought it was very pretty, but I didn't realize that it's a cardigan. So I think that's really nice. It has this deep collar, and then the sleeves are pretty much straight, and they're worked in a seed stitch. A little bit of gathering up here at the sleeve. Sleeve detail is huge. That is coming back. Isn't this an elegant, fun picture? I don't know about you, but that's how I live my life. Not. That's pretty. Oh, this is worked in brushed fleece at a gauge of 14 stitches over 4 inches. Beautiful cables. The yarn brushed fleece is so lovely and light. I think that's sort of a trend or a theme running through this particular set of patterns, is that everything is very light, very delicate. So all of these would make nice transitional garments. As we move into fall, I think these would be a nice way to move your garment, your wardrobe, into cooler weather. You know, you can pull them on and pull them off at will. So the next one, okay, this is so pretty. This looks like something my daughter Katie would wear. In fact, I know she would wear this and she would look beautiful in it. This is made of Softyak DK and Kidsilk Haze held together. And it's worked on 2 different sized needles, which gives it just a wonderful texture. It's a very subtle texture. You know, that's the kind of thing you look at it as a knitter, because we're always looking at hand knit things and trying to figure out how they're worked. Yeah, so this is worked on 2 different size needles. I like that it's so clean and modern. I love that there's no edge work on the cuffs or on the hem. I think this is beautiful. I'm not sure where I would wear that. Not that I'm going anyplace at all right now. Oh, and this is a seamed raglan. You can see right here the raglan line, which I think is nice. A nice way to get that off the shoulder effect to work and actually stay in place. I don't think you'd have to wear it off the shoulder. Oh, I have this garment. Yeah, let me show you this. Okay, what yarn for form and model? Okay, that is Alpaca Soft DK, Eveline. I have that on the website, and it is a beautiful plied DK weight blend of 70% merino and 30% alpaca. It is lovely, just lovely. You look at it and it's, it doesn't look like, there's nothing weird about it. It's just a beautiful plied yarn, and it comes in a bunch of colors. I ordered a huge number of colors that have already come in the shop. So in case you're interested, that's very pretty. Okay, so this one is Bear. I'm going to show this to you. Okay, this is Bear. So very cropped. It's kind of an Audrey Hepburn sort of look, don't you think? And I think this is super interesting. So let's look at this a second. Okay, so can you see how on this model, the garment looks as though it's coming down to mid-hip, right? But let's look at the garment. It's actually really short. And the point I want to make here is that you cannot look at how a garment looks on the model and decide how it's going to look on you, because very few of us, with the exception of Ginny Stein, are built with legs up to our neck. So yeah, most of us do not have the same model proportions. Models tend to have, like ballerinas, very short bodies and lovely, lovely long legs. And most of us are just somewhere maybe not quite that proportion. So my point is, always look at the schematic. And I love that Kim Hargreaves always does an accurate and detailed schematic to see how long the garment is actually going to be, and then measure yourself to see where that's going to hit you. So that's how you're going to decide if you need extra length or not. But this is the garment. Yeah, come here, you. This is the garment. And the fabric is incredibly luxurious. This is the same fabric that we saw in Stroll, which was the little hoodie from the Sand book. And these two fibers together are just kind of magically luxurious. And the neckline just does its little thing. It's worked, so you see it's worked inside out so that when it turns over, the right side is out. Lovely. I think Kim is a fan of this ballet neck, this sort of open, but I love it. It's probably not so practical for me, but even if I got to wear it just like once, wouldn't that be fun? So pretty. All right. That's a beautiful one. What is next? That's called Bear. Next is, okay, we already saw you, sweetheart. Okay. This is Shape. And this is a sister garment. We have two garments that are kind of similar. This is called Blank. I'm sorry, Blank. Shape is its sister garment. So this one is just a very simple, easy fit. It's worked in Alpaca Classic at a gauge of 23 stitches to 4 inches. You see the wide sleeve, very long. Also wonderful with just leggings, cozy, live in this forever kind of thing. Beautiful. It's not an exciting knit, but it would be a gorgeous garment. And I tell you, I like simple knits. I like miles and miles of stockinette. I know it makes a lot of people bored and crazy. I personally love them because I don't knit to challenge my brain. My brain gets enough challenge with my ordinary daily life. So that is blank. And then the last one that I have for you is shape. And as I said, shape is the sister garment to blank. Again, worked in Alpaca Classic at 23 stitches to 4 inches. Beautiful wrap sweater. Wrap sweaters are so flattering. They just have this wonderful body conscious, not too tight, just this wonderful way of accenting your shape. Very, very nice. And there's a lot of fabric on this so that it doesn't pull. Both fronts kind of work all the way across, as is typical in a wrap garment. But this set-in sleeve keeps it from looking sloppy. So I love the way that she has balanced that. There's a beautiful side slit here that you can see. I think that's just really, really pretty. So again, the collection is Form, and I hope you like it. I love it. If you are local to the shop, please come and see these garments. They are just so incredible and so much better to see in person than my display. I think you still really can't get a sense of just how lovely they are until you see them in person. So if you have a chance to come by the shop, we're open 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday, and Sundays 1 to 4. We'd love to have you come and visit and see the garments and all the other things. I still also have the trunk show that I did 2 weeks ago, Sand. So those beautiful garments are in the shop, and I look forward to seeing you then. So yes, I think you do need the book. So order the, thank you, Amy. So Amy Soderberg saw these, did you see these on Sunday? Yeah. So anyway, do come by, see the garments, and order the book. And we have the yarns in stock. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm excited for fall. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. And I will see you next week with something else fun to share. Have a wonderful evening.